There's Harry. We're parked up. I think we're here all right here for the night. There's no signs that we can't.
Yeah, I've got one bad complaint about Ireland this time.
We need to go to get really Billy the Bag needs to go tomorrow. We're going along the old railway line.
It was on a restricted budget, so they went in a straight line, missing the towns that it was built to serve. Washed down with a frothy latte for me and a hot chocolate for Stu.
I first struggled getting them off.
Blimey, now he's like an angel in big boots. Well, someone has put an awful lot of effort. This area even has a special protection treaty created by the EU under Article ELF 13.
Groot's happy.
There you go. Stu can't say I don't treat him. And a great end to another day in Ireland in winter. It says 4 centimetre slices, so...
Guess what we found? Or guess what Jane found?
Well, yeah, I've got one bad complaint about Ireland this time. Is that I can't find the veggie pudding anywhere, which...
it may be in... We'll have to have another
well, they
look
say it's in
in
England, and it is on Ocado website, but...
So I've got the... Jen's not having it. I'm having the Clonakilty black pudding for breakfast.
Yeah.
She's going to have half of that. It'll be good.
And I'm just hoping, every supermarket I go in, I'm looking for the veggie one, but... They said they were rolling it out last time we were here, and they haven't rolled it out quick enough. They could have... Stu's debating whether he should be eating all of that.
No, I realise that's a stupid thing. Only because I'm going to treat you to lunch. We're just having breakfast, and my Clonakilty's bubbling away in the background. Had a slow morning. I had a great night's sleep last night. I was so tired.
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep till 2:30. Stu's unusually snoring his head off.
Yeah.
That's normally me.
We need to go to get really Billy the Bag needs to go tomorrow.
Billy the Bag's off.
He's getting big, but the waste place doesn't open today on a Monday.
But we decided to stop round anyway because it's a really nice little place. It's got a cafe, it's got a shop, it's got a nice walk.
And then I just happened to notice there was an old railway walk.
Yeah, yesterday was Sunday, and we said, oh yeah, we'll have a relaxed day. And it was just so busy with all the washing, and we saw the shipwreck, and so we decided
we did a lot yesterday.
We'd have a quieter day today.
Yeah, and because we had to fight the bed last night to get that.
Oh yeah, that was
in place. And because when you're tired, the last thing you want to do is
Stu's a bit.
Is put the it's the zipped sheet. Fitted sheet, which is always good when it's on, but it's just a wrestle to get in, and he never looks he's going to go in. It always looks as if it's shrunk and it's too small.
She was so hot by the end of it. We had all the windows open.
It was warm last night. I woke up warm to kick off all the covers last night. It was so warm last night.
Apparently it's going to go down to minus in the week. Have we had this at home? No, we couldn't get it, could we?
No. You try some?
Yeah, I'll try a little bit. I cannot say that isn't nice. It is lovely.
It's grainy, that's why.
Yeah, it's really nice. It just isn't quite my thing. But eating cardboard is... It almost looks unappetising. It's the cheap version of bran flakes.
So we just set off on our walk from Burtonport. We're going along the old railway line that I think used to go to Letterkenny. It's really blustery today and cold. Just going through a bit of an industrial area by the looks of it. Various seafood processing plants. So weirdly, I have no idea how I've ended up in front of Stu. Fairly sure
He'll come around that corner at some point. Must have found something interesting that I missed. Oh, yes, here he is. Little red coat.
So we're following I think we're going to do the Kinbally Crowy loop. I'm not sure yet, but I think that's the one we're going to follow.
Yeah, I did read about this on the port yesterday. I think it was, 75, I think it said on the port, 77 as well. All those young lives. The route has many local memorials along the way.
So this is the railway line itself now we're on, I believe. There's a walking committee that look after the railway line. We've seen a couple of those with local committees. You get out the wind, I suppose the railway in places will be in an embankment, so it's sheltered at times. There's 3 walks you can do. They're all well signposted. The blue one is a there and back walk, whereas the orange is a loop walk. We're not sure which one we want to do. Depends on how we're feeling. So along the way there are some weather shelters I think the walking committee put in, so if it's really lashing down you can take cover. Water taps for the dogs along the way. So lots of tributes along the way, obviously friends of the walking committee, I guess.
And I'm sure that the young children will really appreciate Thomas. There was an interesting fact there. It was on a restricted budget, so they went in a straight line, missing the towns that it was built to serve.
Yeah, we've seen a few of these bollards, obviously entranceways to old houses and buildings. I think I can see something back there as a construction. There's 2 more. Here, look. There's picnic benches along the way. Highly recommend the walk if you're in this area. So we've done 3k so far. We're going on a 7k loop walk.
So I've never used my app on a tree trunk before, but it does say that it's a red alder.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if that's true, but...
No, it looks like it is. It looks like the bark's right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd say it is, yeah. Another set of 4 relatively new. I think it was a crossing here, only because there was a... Yeah, there's a little pathway that goes up to that there, so I think that might have been a trackway crossing.
We're gradually heading back towards Burtonport, leaving the railway track behind us, and we become more exposed to the chill of the wind. He looks to be really nicely tucked away in there from the cold breeze.
There's lots of chimneys there. I'm guessing there were a row of houses.
Looking later online, we think that this was an old Coast Guard station, although I have to say it's a big structure. And unfortunately, this one we couldn't find out what it once was. So if anyone knows, please drop us a comment. That's the old health centre. This is the old police station opposite. The walk ends back down at the port where the daily ferry service continues. It was a good couple of hours walk and we really enjoyed it, so Stu treats me to a lunch. We have the fresh brie and crispy bacon panini with cranberry sauce, and I have to say it was yummy. Washed down with a frothy latte for me and a hot chocolate for Stu. very much recommend this place. They do great food. We're just moving down the coast to Dungloe as we need to lose Billy the bag at the amenity site.
You have arrived at your destination.
And we also need to get some replacement windscreen wiper blades, as you do. A bit early to the recycling, so we've just come to change our windscreen wipers. Burtonport was nice. They had a lovely little cafe there that we went into yesterday. In fact, lunch was so filling we didn't even have tea last night. It's meant to be nice weather, so we're going to make the most of it, and then it's going to go really cold, like minus cold, and snow maybe, so we've just got to be prepared to batten down the hatches and not do what we did last time and travel round. We're just going to wait for it to pass. So
I first struggled getting them off.
I just said to you about fishing, you're like, you just clip them on.
And try as I may, I then completely failed to get them on.
He's gone back in because it's a universal one, but he's not sure. I don't know.
But the guy there was super helpful.
Whatever he did it quick, Stu. He put them on in about 2 seconds.
Right. It's just about that past and we'll go to the site.
Pretty little place. What's next? Where are you going next?
Well, we're going for this walk if you want to go on the walk. No, so we're going to go on the walk from here.
Yeah, I just need to sort some stuff out.
You have arrived at your destination.
Just take stock.
We hadn't realised how bad our windscreen wipers had got. We knew we needed some more, but Stu's so excited when he's just done them, and wow. We were like, wow, look at that. We hadn't realised,
That's what clear glass looked like.
Yeah.
And we just found our little auto parts in Dungloe, so great shout out to them, great service, because I went in not really hopeful, but it was a little nest of auto parts that you could get. They were really good and really helpful. I was struggling to get the right thing done, and guy came out and fitted them within seconds.
Yeah, he literally just clicked them on.
click, and they were done. So if you're struggling with any auto issues, it's probably worth noting Dungloe, the Auto Parts Centre. And then we've just done the rubbish.
We got rid of Billy. Billy the bag has gone.
€4 Billy.
He was starting to smell.
They were also really nice.
They were lovely, yeah.
We turned up a bit early, and the guy came out to me waving down. He said, no, we don't have until 10:30, and he's just been apologising for that. And he said, oh, sorry about earlier. I said, you don't apologise, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
And then, it was €4 for the bag, and so easy, and he gave me a leaflet for the other Donegal recycling centres.
Really helpful, pointing out the rest for our trip, which is helpful to us.
There's basically 6 in Donegal, so I know you've all got to see that, but there's 6 on a map to go to, and basically they're not open 5 days a week, so you have to just check on the opening times and that. But that's the easiest way of doing it. You do a bit of wild cam driving around, we're doing what you do, then 2 or 3 days drop in. It's €4.
We're just going to go for a walk. It's just occurred to me, we've been here 3 weeks. And I think this is the first time we're getting out of the van to go for a walk, and it's not windy. It's like the wind has just gone for the first time, I think, in 3 weeks. So it's just normally we've got our hoods up, holding them down in place, and so it should be a nice walk, I think, hopefully. So we found a couple of miles circular walks starting in Dungloe town and following the river. Hold on, it's too dark, for God's sake. Just let me try and lighten it. Blimey, now he's like an angel in big boots. Somehow, Ireland always seems to provide something to see on these walks.
Can you help us out? If you enjoy our content, share it on your social media and consider subscribing and drop us a comment, as that's our favourite part, just hearing from you all. That's the troll.
Well, someone has put an awful lot of effort into making this troll. This area even has a special protection treaty created by the EU under Article ELF 13 that protects magical creatures in the area.
It's all dummies. Joe?
That one gave up all of their dummies. So I'm guessing from experience that this tree is for kids to come over and hand over the dummies, because it gets to an age where you've got to get rid of the dummy and the tree looks after it. It's the dummy tree. Brilliant. A little magical walk exists for the kids and, of course, for us.
Right, time to get back out into the wilds and find a lunch stop with a view, and then a nice remote park up.
With the sun trying to break through, it makes for a great drive as we head further south, hugging the coastline. And very quickly we're out in the wilds, which is just how we love it.
Destination is ahead on the right.
Nice clean glass.
Yeah, it's a shame we've done this trip so far. It's such... I don't know how we didn't realise, but I think when something gets bad over a slow period of time, you don't notice it, do you?
Yeah. It's calm today as well.
Yeah.
I think it has been.
Not a big pull-in, is it?
No. I mean, you could park here.
Well,
You have arrived at your destination on the right.
Lordy.
That's our lunchtime view. It's so calm today. The sea. There's hardly got any waves on it, I'd say.
And what a great spot this turned out to be for lunch.
Groot's happy.
There you go. Stu can't say I don't treat him. That's his lunch for today. He's having a French. He felt a bit a baguette and brie moment, which he lived on every day when we were in France. There you go. Don't say I don't treat you.
Thank you. That's what we like.
Bit of French.
Another 6 weeks of that. Will do me nicely.
not long after we happened to come across a great remote Parkup. But out of respect for the locals, we won't disclose the exact spot. Needless to say, the isolation of a location is something that always brings a huge smile to our faces.
Just travelling, carrying on really west. The weather's changed for the next few days. It's gone really calm today. I was just trying to get my drone up, unfortunately I'm in a no-fly zone. So that's a shame because it's perfectly still and the coastline here is just fantastic. I was thinking of getting the fishing rod out, but it's a bit, isn't quite the position. There's Harry. We're parked up. I think we're here all right here for the night. There's no signs that we can't.
It's a very remote house. As is that one. And a great end to another day in Ireland in winter.